Alright, we're back. I'm just gonna try this. Sorry, chat. I'm just moving the camera a little to see if that is better. It's not. I'm glad we've learned that. Just fiddling with my cameras. It is 4:30 in the morning.
Yep.
The rain is no longer in like harsh, like cutting, like small drops. It's now in like big, splashing, slow, falling from the sky like a horse's tears.
Ah, yes, the old simile.
Look, I've been hanging out with Luke for a week and they're so poetic and I'm trying my best to be poetic and it's just not
Falling
working.
from the sky like a horse's tears. Yep. I think it'll take on. It'll catch on.
Anyway, Charles, you go back to you go home and get a good night's rest.
I take my new hat and I head back to the ship.
Yep. Avery wants to know where the fuck you've all been. Actually, no, she doesn't. She's asleep. She's asleep because why would she be awake at 4:30 in the morning? You hear the sound of a toddler sleeping in their little cot. As you walk past him, you see that he's got some kind of pigment, just some kind of like bluey, purpley pigment all over his face. And you can smell glue, just reeking off of him.
Glue.
Yeah, like that kind of like it stings your nose a little.
Ah. Alright, well I tussle his hair a little bit and I wrap the blanket around him a little bit tighter and find my bunk and go to bed.
Yeah, you tussle his hair and in his sleep he just kind of mumbles, "Beetles and sweets," and then like you make your way blearily over to your bunk and as you start to lower yourself into it, you feel your body just realize that it's safe to let go of all the tension it's been holding, and you just you're suddenly just out, right? Like your body just folds into the bed, your eyes roll straight back into your head, and you are snoring.
Excellent.
Meanwhile,
That sounds real nice.
Meanwhile, Tristan, Blythe, and a man in his pajamas are walking.
He didn't even put a coat on?
He's put a coat on over.
But he's still wearing his pajamas.
Yeah, he's got pajamas on still.
Oh my god.
He's running slightly ahead of you, as you make your way back up towards the nape. Do you do anything along the way?
I guess I say to Blythe, when we get there, how are we going to get the darn horse off the ship?
I'm like, when we get there, we look at the horse and then we say, "Wow, that horse looks like it's unrescuable."
I don't think he's gonna believe us.
We're good at that kind of thing. Well, if
He's so determined.
I don't know, maybe we can tie some rope. Do we bring rope? Can we say that we brought rope?
Yes, you've got rope. You also have a 10-foot pole
I'm holding.
and pittons and a bag of holding.
Excellent.
Useful. Well, we just put the whole ship into the bag of holding. Maybe we could just tie some rope to him, let him have a go. And then
Oh dear.
Maybe we'll just play it by ear.
Yeah, I guess we might have to. Alright. Yep. Just checking my my various moves to be like, do I have anything that is gonna? We'll just have to see. All right. Okay. We just try and I just try and keep up with Nelson as best I can.
Sounds good. Yeah, he makes his way down, and like at the top of the nape, he like lets out a cry. And it's like bicycle, and like like immediately like starts down and like and yes, starts recklessly down the path to like the bottom of to like.
I think I'm gonna like grab him like Nelson. We nearly broke our necks here, just not 2 weeks ago.
I was going to bring that up.
I want to use one of my moves from my descriptor, so I want to say, all right, you guys, stay here. I'll go by myself and check it out and just see if there's any way to get the horse back. You all know that I'm the one most likely to be able to walk over to the house of the horse without falling on anything. This man is too emotional, and you're too old.
Yeah, I think like as you say, like stay here and I'm gonna go get it. Like you can see me like getting ready to protest, and then you're just like, you know you're old, and this, and I just sort of am like, It's I mean it's true.
So what move are you using?
It is, if my computer lets me scroll down, Better Off Alone
Yeah.
on my outcast sheet.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. So I am entering danger alone, so I'm going to roll plus brawn.
Do it.
And I sort of like, I say to you like, please, Blythe, be careful.
I'm always careful. I'm a careful person. 7. Alright.
What's 7 to 9?
7 to 9.
Sorry, can I help?
Sorry, my thing is just like, you want to look at the document again? I'll reload the whole document.
Oh, great.
Woohoo.
Yeah.
What I would give for a really good PDF reader.
Okay, so on a success, it's just like old times. Before I was part of the rare occasion when it was just Samson and I fending for ourselves. So I choose 2. I would like to choose you have the right tools.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know that any of the other ones will help me, but I will gain the element of surprise just in case.
Gonna scare the shit out of that horse.
Yes.
It's gonna pop up.
That horse is going to be so shocked.
I mean, that seems bad. That seems quite bad.
You're right. All right, let me pick another option.
I don't think you want to scare a horse. Is that one?
Maybe scary is the devil. Maybe he's not the option I want either.
Oh my god. No, I don't think you want that
will
either.
go with deadly as hell.
Oh my god, alright. Amazing. I love that these are the options. This is so good. This is so
And I also have to choose a drawback because I got a 7 to 9. I think
Take her home.
your recklessness creates an opportunity for your enemies, which would
Oh
be
no.
metaphorical. Or possibly literal, you never know.
Bicycle is your enemy.
So, okay, yeah, I'm interested here. Yeah, your recklessness creates an opportunity for your enemies. Oh. Okay.
Who are our
It doesn't-
enemies?
I
There's a
can
ghost
also-
that is our enemy.
So, you gesture to the others for them to stay back, and you pull out your I think you have like a safety floaty ring. No, you grab one. Like there's like at the top of the nape. There's like one of those
Right.
boxes on a post with like it's a little like a little thing for like with a safety ring. What's the flotation device? Whatever it's called. So you grab that and you and you like and you pull out your rope. And you're like yeah, you tell them you're too emotional, too old, and you make your way down, and you head down to the water's edge, and you see those rocks that so gleefully wrecked you last time, and they're you get close to the water, and suddenly the horse looks up from the deck of the ship, like in surprise with the seaweed hanging out of its mouth, and like makes a snuffling sound. It doesn't seem to care that it's raining or that it's about to drown. Like it's up to the water's up to its ankles. Which is on a horse quite high. I think I'm trying to remember where a horse's ankles are. Yeah, so it's standing there. There is probably 20 feet of water between you and the edge of the boat. The rocks that you climbed across last time are still there, but they would be. They're like the pointy uppy bits. They're not the nice big flat bits the horse would have used to get across.
Right. What has more chance? With Blythe's eyes, I look to see if I would know. What has more chance of traversing these rocks safely? A human or a horse?
That sounds like you are reading a situation.
I'm trying to read a situation. Does sound like that.
So roll plus brains.
9.
9. Excellent. Cool. So
I would say
you get task 2.
what is my best way through and or past? That is definitely one of them. And what should I be on the lookout for?
Yeah, right. The rocks are probably actually making it more dangerous. If you're going to try and traverse it, you would almost be better, like swimming across the clear water away from the stepping stone rocks. Also, if you can convince the horse, the horse could swim like across the open water rather than like trying to traverse across the rocks. I think that actually the only problem you would have with that is that like the open water, like the current will push you towards the rocks, so that would be the thing you'd have to be on the lookout for. You're muted.
Sorry, you have to look out for if you were swimming or if the.
Yeah, if you're swimming, you will need to swim strongly to not end up on the rocks. But there's an extra like stage that you would have to make before you'd be in danger.
Yeah. So, if you were to swim across, you would then have to get back across with a horse. If you were to get the horse to come to you, then you would not have to come back with a horse, but it might be the case that the horse might do something stupid. All right, I'm going to yell up to Nelson. I'm not sure if Nelson can hear me from here. But if he can, I would like to yell up to him, "Hey, what does your horse like?"
He's like, that weed, licorice, Pat's right behind
The seaweed. I like call that. I'm like the seaweed, and I think I tell you the name of it. Like there's like sailors would know what the name for this particular kind of seaweed is. It's like, I don't know, ladies' pearls or something or other. If it's got all the little little bobbly bits on it. And so yeah, I just say like you've got to find this weed.
But the horse has got tons of it, right? Or the horse doesn't have very much left.
I mean, if you were to have lots of it, then you'd have more than what's on the boat.
That sounds like a good plan. I'm gonna go on a botanical expedition, look around me, and see if I can collect any of this seaweed.
I mean, yeah,
Throw some down if you see any.
It sounds like you're acting under pressure.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
The pressure is the seaweed is in it's seaweed. You've got to go and fish it out of the water.
Yeah.
And
I can do this by myself. Can you help me collect the seaweed?
That's all I need from you, the seaweed. That is a 9. So.
Blythe, what do you drop in the water?
Oh, it's Samson's favorite toy.
No.
What's the toy's name?
It has some really it's Henry the Hunter.
Mr. Fluffy.
Oh.
Henry the
It's
Hunter
a little,
falls.
it's a little painted wooden figurine that some shopkeeper gave him out of pity way back when before I was cashed up to enough to get him anything.
Henry the
So
Hunter
sad.
falls into the water and starts to bob away on the waves.
Oh.
You could jump in the water to try and rescue him.
I think
But on
I
the plus side, you
think
have
about it.
the weed.
I think about it, and then I sort of I reach forward, and then I sort of stop myself because I just sort of give he's growing up. It'll be fine.
Oh.
He's had that thing for years anyway.
What was it called?
Henry the Hunter.
You have horse nips.
Horse nip.
So the next part of the
Big
plan is to
handfuls
wait.
of it. It feels so gross in your hands. Occasionally, one of the little globules will pop, and just the ooze will get on your hands, and yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna throw a little bit at the horse to get its attention.
Yeah. Its ears prick up, and it starts sniffing the air, and it's eats the bit that you've thrown to it.
I wanted to swim, so I'm gonna sort of walk around further away from the rocks, so that the quickest way for the horse to get to the seaweed would be to swim across the water.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think that was the less dangerous route.
Cool. All right. So I think you are. Oh dear. Yeah. No, you definitely are. You are. You're manipulating another.
Oh, good. Well, I have such a good promise, and I can provide concrete assurance. So
You've
that's
given
good.
it concrete assurance. That's yeah.
Yeah.
So let's see.
Aw. Oh no.
Blythe, come on. Oh my
Oh
I got down. I got the seaweed.
We have terrible rolls in this game. Fairly consistently, we roll badly when we shouldn't.
So the horse looks at you, and then looks at the water, looks at the weed, and it has pulls that expression of I've had an idea, and then goes up to the other end of the ship, and jumps
Do a bicycle.
onto the rocks.
Bicycle, no.
and like gets like 2 rocks in,
Bicycle!
and then just makes this like whinny of like, oh no, I've gotten somewhere and I can't get down. It wants desperately to come to you. It just doesn't know how to get from this rock to any other rocks.
Yeah. Excellent. All right. Well,
Oh well, you tried.
yes.
I think I like the idea that like Nelson and I are standing on the shore, just being like, ooh, ah, oh, ooh, oh no, oh yay, oh no, like just
And
reacting
I
to
can
everything.
clearly, like, despite the fact I can clearly see that you've seen what happens, I still yell up to you. Stupid horse is stuck on the rocks. It's stuck. The horse is stuck.
I thought you said you could rescue her.
Well, I mean, what do you suggest we do? Even if I walked over those rocks and risked my neck, or your bicycle, as you call this horse, I'm not sure that even if I was standing next to the horse that I could safely get it back across the rocks.
There must be something you can do. You seem so capable, in comparison to someone like myself or many of the other townspeople.
That's like clearly flattery with no basis, because all I have done is climb down and wave some seaweed and got the horse into a more precarious position. Will the water flood the rocks?
Yeah,
Completely?
if it gets to high tide.
Well, if we just wait for the rocks to flood, then maybe the horse can swim away.
Okay, so I have a suggestion. I
have a suggestion.
Is it better than my idea of the horse swimming away?
Did you? I don't know if you did this already, because I noticed you did roll brain at some point. Were you trying to read the horse's thoughts?
No, I didn't try that. You're right.
Manipulating all.
You are
I mean-
currently talking to the horse.
You don't even
You don't even have to be to read another's thoughts. It just says when you read the thoughts of another in a charged interaction.
Well, this is charged.
And then at any time during the course of your interaction.
Oh, that's interesting. That's different on that than it is from the one... Let me just...
I've got the one on the website.
Yeah, no, the one in the...
Is it different from the one in the book? That's not good.
Oh, no, it's not.
Oh,
No,
okay.
sorry, I was thinking
about to say, like-
no.
I'm gonna go read back the PDF.
Yeah, it's a charged interaction. Do you want to read the horse's thoughts?
Read the horse's thoughts.
Of course.
That's exactly what I think of doing. I'm like, if only I knew what this horse was thinking. Wait a
Go-
minute, I have the power.
Go right to the source and ask the horse.
No,
You know the
it's a
answer.
3. I do not
Yes.
have I did not. I'm like, the horse looks like it will patiently wait for the tide to rise so it can swim across the rocks. It's not going to take any further action to pursue the seaweed. So I guess I'll just wait.
So what happens is you go up to like the shoreline to try and like look at the horse and understand what it's thinking. And you stare into its big stupid eyes and you commune with it, and you find yourself just getting lost in like the way of horse. And then you slip and you fall.
No.
We knew it was going to happen.
So yeah,
we did.
you're so you fall into the water and like start to get like washed around by the sea.
Oh, dang it.
At which point, I'm going to need you to. I think you just get hurt. I think
Yeah, because this is a failure.
this is a failure condition.
Consequence,
So where's the harm?
Yeah.
I think you're taking there's probably 1 or 2 harm coming at you. Is there a harm move in Alas? I can't remember.
There is not a harm move.
Okay, cool. Take 2 harm.
Ow.
Oh,
No,
gosh.
no, you've already got an injury, so take 1 harm.
Yes. Okay. I was gonna say, yeah.
Take 1 harm and then also listen as the horse gallantly leaps into the water to rescue you.
Good.
Now
I'm making progress. The horse is in the water.
Now you and the horse are both in the water, like thrashing about as both of you try not to be like smashed against the rocks.
Help!
All right. Okay. I'm gonna help. I'm going to help. I'm like, Nelson, stay here.
That sounds like you're trying to manipulate another.
Is he? Why is he?
He wants to come and save his horse.
All right. Fine. If I look at him and I see like he's gonna need to be persuaded, then I'm not gonna. I'm like, Nelson.
His lip trembles.
What does that mean?
He's like, no, I want to help save
He's
my
about to cry.
He's so distressed seeing poor Bicycle in the water with these dangerous rocks that have just, like, clearly injured Blythe.
Oh, well. I will try and pull myself out of the water.
Okay.
Never mind!
No,
I'm coming down. It's just whether or not I bring him along or. I'm like, oh, okay. Look, I'll try and manipulate him.
Okay.
I'll try and just be like, can you just stay here because I have all sorts of good reasons for it. So. But I am very bad at this because it's beauty, isn't it?
Yep. You beautiful old man.
Nah. Okay.
He's like,
He doesn't care. All right.
Tristan, Bicycle is my responsibility and I will save her. He says, and like, yeah, hurries down after you.
All right. Okay. All right. We go down.
Cool. What do you do when you get to the edge?
Do we still have rope, or does Blythe have the rope?
You can have rope.
Okay. I am going to make a loop in the rope, and I'm going to throw it out into the water for Blythe to grab a hold of.
Cool.
Good plan.
And you're hoping that this will let you pull Blythe ashore?
Yes. And I'm hoping that Blythe will hold onto the horse.
Right. Understood. Yep.
Because it's less like pulling their weight and more just like guiding them.
Yep. Cool.
Okay.
Yes.
What
I'm
is
holding the
this?
seaweed in one hand.
Yeah.
You're acting under pressure.
Okay. Is it? It's balance, isn't it? All right. Am I getting help from Nelson? I think I tell him I'm like,
You're
hold
getting
this
plus-
rope with
you're
me.
getting +1 help from Nelson.
Okay. All right. Come on. Yes. Finally. 12. Okay.
Nelson's strength, like helping you pull the rope to like drag them ashore, is superhuman. As the two of them are like dragged up onto the shore, and like Nelson like runs over and throws his hands around the horse's neck. Bicycle, I'm so glad you're safe. I was worried sick. You silly horse. You love that that seaweed too much. I will get some for you next time. Just ask. What do the rest of you do?
I'm disgusted.
I give Blythe, like, once I've like checked that Blythe is okay, I just like give her a look and I'm like, and I just sort of say like, this school teacher. Like he's there, you know. So, what did you say, sorry? What's that?
I tell you adamantly that I have lost Henry the Hunter.
Do I know
You know who
Henry?
Henry
I know
Yes.
who Henry the
You
Hunter is.
100%. Of course you.
No.
You're the one who plays the best Henry the Hunter.
Oh
no!
I look at you like horrified, and I'm like, into the water?
You can
Into the water, into the
can-
seaweed.
you can see it like bobbing away in the middle of the water.
No. Oh,
the
Samson
worst
will be
noise.
devastated.
Meanwhile, Charles dreams of a warm meadow.
Yeah.
Giles, don't make me roll for your dreams.
Yeah, exactly.
You don't want me to roll for your dreams.
No.
I suggest to Tristan, I feel like ask to not be acknowledged as bicycles saviors.
Mm-hmm.
You're
But
better
how
at
do we...
conversation than me.
Okay, how do we explain that, though? How do we say that? Oh, no, I know. Okay, alright.
So yeah.
I mean, are we able to get back up the path safely, or do we need to roll to do that?
No, you can do that.
Okay. So I think as we're like going back toward the Kellogg's, I want to walk alongside Nelson, and first of all I want to say, like, you know, I'm very glad that we've got your horse back, and I'm glad none of us died, and you know, need to keep a better eye on your horse, etc., etc. But then I say to him, in exchange for our help, could you do me a small favor?
Oh, anything. Well, I could teach you to read.
Teacher, what did he say? Teach me to read. Rude. Let that one slide. I said to him, look, if you could please just don't tell anyone that we helped you. We're always being sent on errands and asked to do various things in town. And in this case, of course, we were happy to help. But you know, I'm very old, and I'm not that strong, and I don't like being made to do things for people all the time. So if you could just not tell them, and then no one will know, and they'll go on thinking that we're not very useful at all. And I give him like a big like wink.
Yeah, he's like confused but nodding. Do you want to roll your persuasion?
Sure.
You manipulate another.
I mean, in this case, do I need to? Because he's like literally like, I will do anything.
That's true. Yeah, that's true. You've already convinced him. That's fine.
However, it does occur to me.
You have an intimate moment.
No, not that one. Oh, wait. I have a move for this. When you earn another's sincere gratitude at personal cost, choose one of these. Have I earned another's sincere gratitude at personal cost?
100%.
Okay. Well, yeah, none of the options are like what I'm asking him to do here, but it's up to you whether you want me to roll for that separately. But I would like to choose. They bear their heart to you. Learn a secret of that person.
That isn't him being gay.
Yes, exactly, because I know that already. And I do not want to exploit that.
And you already know that do you already know that he's like nervous because it's like his first job, his first posting?
Yep.
Gosh, what other secrets does he have? I think he like, yeah, he talks about bicycle for a bit, and yeah, and I think you get the sense that he's like really like has this really strong sense of like responsibility, like about like anyone he's responsible for, he cannot like let that go. It's like the most important thing for him. And yeah, you find out, and like you kind of like, you know, let him talk, and yeah, it's really like I think you work out through like side things that when he was much younger, I think a sibling that he was caring for that was sick died, and like he like still holds himself responsible for that, so he's like easily like if people are part of his like are part of the group that he considers himself responsible for, like he will always put that like at the top of his list.
Okay. Interesting. All right.
He has this like strong sense of like, you know, he cannot let down people that he considers he's responsible for.
Okay.
Okay.
Alright.
All right.
Cool.
Cool. Thank you.
You'll head back to the ship. Samson is asleep and smells like.
There's a question. Sorry, I've just looked at my sheet, and feel free to, like, it's just if you want to retcon something, because I think you may have forgotten about this one previously. The current secret that I know about Nelson is that he is, for some reason, interested in the treasure of the coast of Catherine by the Sea.
Oh, right, of course.
So I'm happy for that to be the secret, what you just told me. Or I'm actually very keen to know why he is interested.
Why he's interested?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. In which
Sorry, I
case,
should have checked that
in
first.
which case, he has a sick relative that is not dead, but he feels like he's abandoned them. And a treasure would mean he could take a lot of money back and care for them.
Yep. Okay. Got it. That is a good secret. Because
Yes.
that is exactly what we want him to do. We would love him to go back and take care of his sick relative.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank
you. This is very valuable.
Definitely. You head back to the ship.
You say that to Nelson.
I say thank you. This is very valuable. No.
So yeah, his feeling of like the weight of responsibility about his sister is weighing on him.
Yep. Okay, and he will prioritize her
Yeah.
above anything, really. Yeah. Cool. Wonderful.
I mean,
Very
that's why
noble.
he's here. Like, that's part of the reason he's here, right? Like, is to earn money to send home.
Okay.
I think that's also why he's part of the Salvation Army, right? Like, the Salvation Army, like, helped care for his sister. Yeah. So, you get back home, back to the ship. Samson is sleeping in his, like, little cot thing with some kind of pigment all over his face and smells like glue. Charles is snoring loudly. Occasionally, Avery is like banging on the floor to like see if she can get him to shut up. But otherwise, like at 5 a.m., the sky is grey as dawn attempts its first round at waking, and the ship rocks sullenly under the blatter of rain that is slowly starting to pass. Is that... Do you just go to sleep?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
I mean, we're pretty exhausted. It's probably kind of unavoidable.
Sounds like... So yeah, we see the camera. We see you two like climb into beds, into like hammocks or whatever it is you sleep on. You climb into your sleeping receptacles, and we like zoom out from the ship as like the first rays of dawn like start to like light up the sails, and we go to break.
All right.
Cool. Right, we'll be back in a minute, chat.